When we're at that cabin, we really do have a pretty relaxed lifestyle and timing. And today's video is going to maybe show you how that really is. Everyone always wants a little bit longer video, and this one will be, as we show you how we really live up there.
I was able to go through here with the snow dog without too much trouble. In fact, I even stayed on the sled, give it a little help sometimes, but this is where we had snowshoed and skied in. We had, on purpose, we'd kind of made the track wide, you know, down to maybe 16 to 20 inches wide. So we'd already got it packed a little bit, and then I was able to use it to get the trail going. And now I ran it this morning out and back, and now we have a hard packed sidewalk. And well, the deer are enjoying it too, but this is what we need to do as we keep working our way back out to the vehicle. But there was a couple of meadows in the way that were like the yard up there, deep and soft. But I think if we go out tomorrow and ski and get the track kind of knocked down a little bit, the snow dog will work, but it's not going to go through there without a little human prep. Jim had been out on the trail for quite a while today. I know he was kind of packing some track, but he had widened the trail for half, 3/4 of a mile beyond where we were this morning. So he got us out to a mile. Now I've pushed on, I'm widening the track as I go here. This is too narrow and too deep in here, but I'm going to go ahead to what we call the Twin Cedars, and I'll be in good timber by then with a good deer track. And so I think tomorrow for sure we're taking the dog out to the vehicle. I didn't think we'd be doing that for a couple more days, but some hard work, we got her done.
As I'm setting up this video clip of bringing the snow dog in with some supplies, I'll give a little better explanation of what's going on here. The snow dog won't go by itself, but if we go out and get a track somewhat packed down and let it freeze overnight, then I can take the snow dog out and I can make it through. And once one passes through, oh, then we've got it made. Anyway, here, I think I've made it out halfway to the vehicle. And then I just walked out with a day pack and I picked up some more supplies. No, I took a sled out this time. I took a red sled and I put Jim's bigger pack on it. I brought in some more groceries that we need to get by some more days. But I had to walk halfway back to the cabin with it, and that's where I dropped the snow dog off, and it awaited me. So then we make it look so easy as I come wheeling in here with the snow dog and I'm pulling all this equipment. But I just wanted to give you the rest of the story, if you will.
March 1st at the Northwoods cabin, and all is well here. Got our wildlife flying around, beautiful blue sky. Got about 32 inches of snow on the ground. Got a few nice trails packed in though, so we can get around and really go out and enjoy the woods. Finishing up a breakfast. Fried up some bacon and some eggs. And finished it off with one of Vonnie's world famous cherry pies. I'm just thinking I probably have some company coming in here to help me out in the last little bit.
As today's video is going to show, we spend a lot of time just sitting around with our little buddies up there.
The numbers are picking up. We have 2 black-capped chickadees, 2 red-breasted nuthatches, and our 2 Canada jays. And there was a spruce grouse out at the grit earlier, so a good birding day. I think I'm gonna spend the day messing around here. Start working on get next year's wood supply. Got some logs under the snow. I'll get them cleared out. Put my partner to work. Hey, make sure you bring that back in.
It's nice and warm. It's warm.
You're gonna lose a cherry pie if you don't.
Yeah.
Speaking of cherry pie, when we couldn't get in that day, we went in, and when we had to back off, say uncle, we went to town and I stayed with Walleye Don. Well, true to his name, Walleye Don sent out a big frozen package of walleye. Last night for supper we had some rehydrated diced potatoes and green beans and a big feed of fresh frozen walleye. Boy, probably go back to venison steaks, or I got some leftover shredded pork Bonnie sent up for supper tonight, and then I got a chicken. I started to thaw our chicken. We usually have a chicken each time we're here. Maybe get that roasted up tomorrow night. We've got at least 5 days left, so no hurry yet. No rush. Weather's supposed to be pretty good. We may get some dustings of snow is all. Obviously we have enough. We don't need any more. I've had the snow dog out some, but in this deep snow we haven't been able to do a lot with it, but we get a little more practice with it as we go along. If I quit yelling, maybe the birds will come in. Jim dug this out because this is where we dump our dishwater, you know, and then got some food bits down here, and the Canada jays will come in and they'll eat what they can, and then before we go we'll have a nice fire out here so that next spring when everything does melt away, if a bear comes walking by, there's no bait to lure him in, or any smell or any temptation. But we're not usually having to dig quite this deep. What I'm going to work on now is the woodshed's getting low on aspen wood, but I know that about a year ago I I dropped a couple really big aspen trees, and that's that hump you see in the snow, and then the one beyond, there's a tree under there. I'm going to shovel down and start getting at them and get some chunks cut up, get them split up for next year's firewood.
Moving all this snow almost turned into a real job, but boy, do I have a nice work site.
Going along pretty good.
We have plenty of time, so before I get really tired, I just stop. Go and have another cup or two of coffee. I think Jim had put on a new pot before he left.
Found it! Time to fire up the chainsaw. the man in black, partner Jim. Got too many things he wants to do today. He's beside himself. I left him in there sitting just now. I thought, you'll be gone by now. And I'll get out. Well, I did all that shoveling, and nothing against him. He'd be out here. If he knew what I was doing, he'd be doing it. But he's been sleeping out all the time, so he's taking his bedroll in to get it dried out. A really nice perk of sleeping out outside the cabin. You can always take your gear in and get it warmed out. Don't get it confused with wintertime camping at all. Yeah, that's a really big aspen. There's gonna be a lot of wood. And I got this huge tree here, and there's even one the same size just beyond. So I think we'll have no trouble filling our slots in the woodshed with just what's laying here pretty close. Worked out handy when the snow's this deep this year.
Wow, I didn't realize it got quite that fired up. I'm going to have to ask partner Jim how much coffee he put in that last pot. I think I better sneak a smaller scoop into that can of coffee. I said early on this was going to be a laid-back video showing you really more of like what our pace really is like around that cabin. So I'm going to warn you right now, there's 6 more minutes of me just sitting here enjoying the birds for company and soaking up that sunshine. So unless you got another cup, it's up to you. You want to hang around. Just more of the same till the end.